GHC ITT Warrior Japan Open 2014 Yokohama Women's Singles Finals test now. The players and the umpires come in. 選手審判団の入場です。
Welcome back to the GAC Group 2014 ITTF World Tour Super Series Japan Open in Yokohama, Japan. Right now, the players and officials are entering the court for the women's singles finals. I'm Adam Bavro, and Singapore and Japan will be playing in this women's singles finals. Feng Tianwei of Singapore, world rank number 4, versus world rank number 9, Kasumi Ishikawa of Japan.
From Singapore versus Ishikawa Kasumi, Japan.
Feng Tianwei is the first seed in this tournament. Kasumi Ishikawa, the second seed.
Assistant umpire, Shin Yu, Chinese Taipei. 以上の選手審判で女子決勝戦が行われます。
So far, fewer upsets on the women's side of the draw. In the men's side, the number 1 seed was eliminated in the first round, as was last year's champion, Masato Shiono. But here we have number 1 and 2 seeds. Feng Tianwei, 27 years old, slightly more experienced. Kasumi Ishikawa, 21-year-old. Both players played very, very well at the World Championships in Tokyo just 6 weeks ago. A little bit of energy combo there for Ishikawa before the match gets started. This is a 4 out of 7 match. Unlike the doubles, singles will be played. First player to win 4 games. Feng Tianwei, on her long road to getting here in the round of 32, beat the number 27 seeded player, Cheng Xiansu of Taipei, in a tiresome 4-3 match. Then in the round of 16, took down the 22nd seed, Chen Xingtong from China. Chen Xingtong from China. That was a 4-1 match. Quarterfinals over number 13 seed, Misako Wakamiya, who we just saw win the doubles with Ai Fukuhara. That was a 4-0 victory for Feng Tianwei. And then in the semifinals, took down number 6 from Sweden, Li Fun, 4-1. Kasumi Ishikawa, in the round of 32, beat the number 29th seed, Lee Da-som from Korea, 4-1. Right now, the coin toss. Kasumi wins. Players checking out each other's rackets. Smooth and spinny on both sides. So we've got an inverted battle with all the different short pips and types of pips we have here today. Ishikawa in the round of 16 went on to beat the number 9 seed in this tournament, Yufu from Portugal, in a 4-3 victory, 11-9 in the 7th. Then following that, played the quarterfinals. You can see Feng Tianwei's resume right here. Bronze medalist at the 2012 Olympics. Quarterfinalist in the last 2 World Championships for singles, 2011 and 2013. And second place last week in the Korea Open in Incheon, after beating Yu Meng-yu, her teammate, in the semifinals. Now some stats for Kasumi Ishikawa. Quarterfinalist in 2009 and then 2011, round of 16, and 32 in 2013. Lost this match against Feng Tianwei for the bronze medal in 2012 at the Olympics. Kasumi Ishikawa beat Chinese player He Zhou in the quarterfinals, seeded 53rd. Here's Emilia Paulina, our Italian umpire. And our assistant umpire, coming from Chinese Taipei, Yu Xin-yi. And after beating the Chinese player in the quarterfinals, Kasumi Ishikawa went on to play the semifinals against Singaporean teammate of Feng Tianwei, Yu Meng Yu, winning 4-2. And last year's Japan Open, the winner was Ai Fukuhara. And the runner-up was Korea's Moon Hun Jung. So both of these players new to the finals this year, either last year. Still love all in game one of this 4 of 7 match. Light side spin from Ishikawa, misread by Feng Tianwei. The third ball backhand opener catches the edge of the blade from Ishikawa. Standing up a little bit straight early in the game. Beautiful inside-out forehand, wide to the forehand side from Feng Tianwei. She turns the corner, just brushing the inside of the ball. Feng Tianwei changing the pace quite nicely. Not only playing the angles, plays one soft, one fast. Fast kicking serve into the backhand side from Ishikawa down the line. Gets her second point this game as she trails by 1, 2 serving 3. And a little bit off balance, still manages to find the corner of the table for the open forehand side. Played just on the line, whizzing past Feng. Backhand to backhand. Ishikawa with the speed for the finishing shot. And again, Feng Tianwei playing the angles, stepping around that ball. Ishikawa not able to anticipate this shot. Deep to the middle, and then a quick reaction to turn it wide. Again, it's the wide forehand shot at the Ishikawa's forehand. Feng just collecting points, stacking them up over there on that side of the table. Strong spin receive from Ishikawa. She waits patiently for the ball to come off the table. Feng Tianwei staying right on the middle, shot after shot. Tied up at 6 points each. Feng Tianwei goes to the towel. Ishikawa, apparently not enough sweat for a towel. And that kicking serve right on the line, down the backhand line. High risk serve. Ishikawa very fearless with her serves. And this time hooking into the body down the backhand side of the table. Ishikawa with 2 outright points on the serve. Fast, deep on the table and kicking. Very effective serve.
Left, 6-8.
And for the first time, Kasumi Ishikawa covers the wide forehand, gets it back, but still loses the point. Feng Tianwei moving Ishikawa in and out, side to side just a bit. And a big chole from Feng Tianwei to tie it up at 8-all. Just catching the edge of the table after the long serve. Deep to the backhand side again. Ishikawa drilling that serve. And again, Feng Tianwei with the wide forehand. She doesn't need much, just give her an inch and she'll take it for a foot. Way out wide to the forehand side, hooking it away. And a beautiful shot right at the pocket. Feng Tianwei into the body. Ishikawa not able to get around the ball, and it's now game point for Feng Tianwei. Deep on the table, barely nicking the edge. And Ishikawa has deuced it up. We're at 10-all in game 1. Spinning forehand countered right back out wide. And Feng Tianwei with another game ball. And Feng Tianwei takes it 12-10, game 1 to the Singaporean. And game 2 will be back just after this break.
Time.
And there's no pretending you didn't hear that microphone time call from the umpire. Game 2 about to start. Ishikawa trailing. Feng Tianwei up 1-0.
Second game, Feng to serve. Level. One love.
Softer, spinnier shot to the backhand side from Feng to take the first point. Half long serve, then steps in for the flip. Ball almost comes back, just finds the top of the net and goes out. Ishikawa keeping it right on the elbow point. Feng turning for the forehand on the first ball, trying to get the backhand with the second.
One. Right. 3-1.
Lead service and a ball that nearly clears the hairline. Feng Tianwei. We don't see Feng Tianwei miss too many of those. The step around forehand out wide to the forehand side. It's her greatest weapon. And a little extra spin from Ishikawa. Right down the middle of the table. Feng Tianwei not able to play to the short side of the table. Ishikawa going for the big backhand on the backhand side. Beautiful combination off the high toss serve, the kicking wide pendulum serve out to the forehand side, followed by the quick shot down the backhand side of the table, and the point's over. Set him up, knock him down, Ishikawa. And a heavy push by Feng. Not lifted enough by Ishikawa. Ishikawa playing a short ball, then a deep ball. Moving Feng in and out, smart play. Ishikawa earns a nice third ball to attack deep on the table, but a little bit high, and rips through it with the forehand. Again, the kicking serve comes back off the top of the net. Ishikawa recovers it, but it was just a little too high to do anything with. Wide open table for Feng. Ishikawa, great movement out wide to the forehand, able to return the counter loop with great power. Steps around and then wide to the forehand, this time anticipating, ready to move. And 2 quick points for Ishikawa, gives her the lead, 8-6, and 2 serves ahead. Two spinny forehands, but Feng controlled the point, moving the ball around. Final shot down the backhand side.
Play, please.
And ball played into the backhand. Last 2 backhands looked a little bit uncomfortable, a little bit of hesitation from Ishikawa. Change of pace, very strong from Feng Tianwei. Every ball a little bit different. And what a backhand block. Just when the crowd thought the point was over, the ball was left too high. There's no chance for Ishikawa. She's backing away from the table, punches it wide cross court. Beautiful recovery. At a very critical point in the game to give Ishikawa the lead. Feng serving 8-9. The serve comes just a little bit long, and Ishikawa loops it to take the point. Now has 2 game points and the serve. 10-8, Ishikawa. Feng Tianwei wiping the sweat off the palm of the hand. Kicking serve into the body. Feng Tianwei favoring playing it into the backhand side. Ishikawa has lost the last several points played by the backhand. Other than that defensive shot as the ball was ripped into the body. And a timeout is called by the Japanese coach. Very early in the match for a timeout. Timeout called just in game 2 in a best of 7. Coach obviously feels that this is an important time. It could change the outcome of the match. That's the only time you should call a timeout. If you think the timeout will change the outcome of the match. Ishikawa goes down 0 games to 2. Could be a very rough match, especially with their history.
Time, please.
Again, the trend continues of extending the timeouts. And 1 more game point for Kasumi Ishikawa. And the big forehand from the backhand corner down the line does it. The timeout has paid off. 11-9, Ishikawa takes the game, and we're at 1 game apiece. Back with game 3 just after this. And as we come back for game 3, the forehand of Ishikawa,
Ishikawa to serve.
crucial in her winning of game 2.
Level.
Feng Tianwei not able to get the inside-out forehand into play very much in game 2. We saw it a lot throughout game 1. One game each.
Let, love, all. Let, love, all. Love one.
Very ambitious shot, running around the backhand, trying to blast it down the line, leaving the table open.
One all.
Feng Tianwei hopes for another corner turn, just misses the edge of the table. The over-the-table receive pleases the crowd as Ishikawa loads it with spin. Comes into play with power from Ishikawa. Last game it was not as successful. This game she's had a slow spinny shot with the backhand. She's had the rip with the backhand, showing great versatility. Every game's a little bit different so far in this match. Two backhands in a row again from Ishikawa, and she's on a roll. 4 points to 1 with a second serve ahead. Played into the middle, but Feng Tianwei steps around to take the attack. Quick move, turns on it. A ball that could have been handcuffing became a great opportunity for Feng Tianwei. 2 serving 4.
3-4.
And Ishikawa going for the counter back, a little bit flat, you could hear the sound. Now a 1-point game. Excellent counterattack from Ishikawa right off the bounce for the second one. Wide to the backhand side. Long kicking serve, deceptive amounts of underspin on that one. Very difficult to read, even in the slow-mo replay. Ishikawa with the home court advantage gets the break off the top of the net. Feng Tianwei not able to take it for the point. Now trailing by 5, serving at 3-8. Spin shot into the backhand. Feng Tianwei covers too much as it clips the net and goes out. That forehand, keeping Feng Tianwei pinned on the corner, goes up 7 game points, 10-3 with another serve. And a beautiful backhand punch inside out down the backhand corner. And it's 11-3, very convincing win in game 3 for Ishikawa to go up 2-1 over Feng Tianwei. Game 4 back just after this.
Time, please. Time.
And as the players come back for game 4, Ishikawa's leading 2-1 over Feng Tianwei, who has the serve.
Feng with the serve. Love. One love.
Heavy push by Feng Tianwei. Ishikawa loops into the top of the net and out.
Love 2.
Short play until the open up from Ishikawa, but the forehand falls short.
Love 3.
Heavy push deep on the table, causing Ishikawa's loop to go into the net. Long, fast, kicking serve. Looked like topspin, but guess again. Almost solid side spin there. And Feng Tianwei with a strong start goes up 3 points, 4-1 with another serve. Strong loops from Ishikawa off the table, moving out wide to the forehand side, keeping Feng Tianwei pinned on the backhand. Feng Tianwei shown great comfort from there, redirecting the ball, but the loops are of a different quality now from Ishikawa.
2-5.
Heavy push again, Ishikawa trying to lift, just not enough. Beautiful block out wide to the forehand side. Feng Tianwei rolling an ankle of Ishikawa, it looked like. Saw her stretching it out after for a moment. Stepped on the side of the foot just a little bit. Feng Tianwei knocking away at the middle. Ishikawa moving her backhand over more and more each point. Each shot, that is. Still a 3-point lead for Feng. Big forehand, 2 in a row from Ishikawa, but it catches the top of the net and the break goes to Feng Tianwei. Another break for Feng
3-8.
Tianwei. Crowd trying to pump up Ishikawa, saying it's okay with applause. And right on the white of the line, Feng Tianwei, everything working her way this game.
Time 3.
And it is 7 game points for Feng Tianwei to tie this up. Softball left too high in the over-the-table flip as Feng Tianwei closes it out 11-3 to make it a 2-2 match. Game 5 coming back just after this.
Time. Time, please.
Umpire calling time very assertively. Now 2 games each as the players come back to the table for game 5. Ishikawa is going to start game 5 with the serve. In the last 2 games, the losing player has only scored 3 points. They've also switched who the losing player is.
Love 1.
Feng Tianwei with a strong loop out wide to the forehand, but it's blocked back by Ishikawa. Feng lasting 1 more shot, staying firm.
Let. Love 1. Let. Love 1. Love.
And Ishikawa trying to stay on the backhand corner, keeping Feng Tianwei over there. Feng breaking both of the serves and now has 2 of her own. Excellent backhand from over the table to punch deep into the backhand corner, and Ishikawa's on the board. Beautiful combination, 2 out wide to the forehand, 2 to the backhand. Really keeping Ishikawa on guard. Last ball had a little extra pace on it as Feng Tianwei got a wrist over the ball. In a familiar score, last game Feng quite dominant. Catching the edge of the table to go up 5-1. Backhand to backhand, backhand to backhand again. Ishikawa hits it into the middle for several backhands to take the point from Feng Tianwei. Keeping it deep to the backhand again. Ishikawa's going to stay there unless she sees a wide open spot on the forehand side. And again, the backhand to backhand exchange working out until Feng Tianwei put a little extra spin on the ball, and Ishikawa tried for the high pressure shot to the middle. Big opening backhand for the third ball, blocked right back. And a little bit misplaced. Ishikawa still recovering from that huge backhand. Outstanding rally. You could hear the high clicky sounds from the forehand of Feng Tianwei. Two of those shots. The final one into the net. Chinese setup. Orange sponge, spinny rubber on the forehand side. Faster, like leaked energy on backhand. And after a strong patient receive from Ishikawa, Feng turns the corner and loops it even deeper on the table, cross court. Beautiful setup. We've seen that time and time again from Feng. And right now, even camped out on the backhand corner, just using the backhand. Feng still in control. Serve carries just long, but Ishikawa gets the point. And Feng Tianwei has 5 game points and the serve. And a huge forehand out to the forehand side. Feng Tianwei 11-5 in game 5. Goes up 3-2 over Ishikawa. Game 6 back just after this.
Time, please.
And we're coming back for game 6, where Feng Tianwei of Singapore leads 3-2 over Japan's Kasumi Ishikawa. Feng Tianwei was the champion in 2011 of the Japan Open in Kobe over Ai Fukuhara. Right now is serving for the game that could make her a two-time champion. On the attack, aggressive play from Feng to take the first point.
Left. 1 love. Love 2.
And Feng showing strong movement out wide to the forehand side after a deep long push from Ishikawa. And when she turns for that forehand on the backhand corner, it's detrimental. It rarely comes back.
Love 3.
Off-speed spinning ball from Ishikawa, and the second one just wide. Ishikawa down 0-3 with no timeouts. Kicking serve followed up by a nice attack. Catching the edge of the blade of Feng Tianwei. Strong backhand block from right in the middle. Three games in a row that Feng Tianwei has had a 4-1 lead. Last two games were strong wins for Feng Tianwei. Let's see if Ishikawa can turn that around.
1-5.
No sign of it yet. And even the forehand loop going long. The blanket is unraveling. See if Ishikawa can pull it back together. Beautiful backhand after a sequence of attacks. Way out wide to the forehand side, right off the bounce. And off the side of the table, look at this ball. Right on the sideline. And after another strong backhand, turns for the forehand, but it's blocked out wide to the forehand. Feng showing outstanding play. Just blocking, redirecting, taking all of Ishikawa's power and giving it right back. Top of the net for Feng Tianwei, and it's now 8-2. Ishikawa down 2-8. Fast serve kicking into the body gets the point. A small step at the beginning of a long journey. Steps around the backhand corner for the big forehand to take another point. 2 in a row for Ishikawa. She trails by 4. Off the top of the net. Feng Tianwei almost gets the same, but it stays on her side of the table. It's a 3-point game as Feng Tianwei calls a timeout. Last 3 points in a row have gone to Kasumi Ishikawa. Good time for the Singaporean coach to have the timeout. You can see Ishikawa's got the ice pack on the neck, trying to keep her head cool while her body's hot. Working for every point out here, blood flowing fast, lots of adrenaline. This is a tradition of the Japanese team. We've seen ice packs on the head, the forehead, the neck. Once again, mental game very important to the physical. When you're stressed, when you're tensed, you tighten up. Lose your rhythm, lose your power.
8-5.
Feng Tianwei with their second serve, up 8-5 in game 6. Big spinny forehand to the middle of the table as Feng Tianwei tries to turn. It's a 2-point game for Ishikawa. Right in the middle, Feng Tianwei, a little bit hesitant, and it costs her the point. And the big backhand for the second backhand of the point. Feng Tianwei, very important point. Second ball really accelerating, deep on the table with topspin. Ishikawa down 6-9. And a big backhand right off the bounce after the long serve into the body. The backhand-to-backhand fight is won by Ishikawa. Feng Tianwei with the serve leading by 2. And a big point for Kasumi Ishikawa. It's now a 1-point game in game 6. Backhand out wide to the forehand. Feng Tianwei not expecting it there. Ishikawa's been playing to the backhand corner. And Ishikawa has the last 2 serves set in this game. Fast serve into the body and the big forehand to follow. Attack right into the body, and it's game point for Ishikawa, up 10-9. 4 points in a row for the Japanese 21-year-old. And a beautiful counterattack to quiet the crowd. Feng Tianwei blasts it down the middle off of the big forehand of Kasumi Ishikawa after 4 straight points. Outstanding anticipation, compact stroke to cover the ball. We're now at deuce in game 6. Break off the top of the net, followed up with a big forehand down the backhand line, and Ishikawa with another game point. Long serve into the body, fast exchanges, and it's brought out wide to the forehand side for Ishikawa, but Feng takes the point. Second deuce at 11-all, game 6. big forehand blocked out even wider. Feng hitting it off the side of the table for another match point. And Kasumi Ishikawa goes long. Feng Tianwei from Singapore wins 13-11 in Game 6, 4-2 over Japan's Kasumi Ishikawa. Our two-time champion, the 2014 Women's Singles Champion, top seed Feng Tianwei of Singapore with an outstanding performance. Excellent match for the crowd to watch. Unfortunately, it didn't go their way, but Feng Tianwei making Singaporean team very happy. First time since 2011, she's a two-time champion. Stick around as we have the men's singles finals coming up just after this.
Ishikawa Kasumi 選手がコートを後にします。この男子のシングルス決勝戦、そしてその後は今日行われましたそれぞれのカテゴリーの表彰式、1位、2位選手が表彰を受けることになります。さらにその後にはじゃんけん大会があります。卓球メーカー各社からご協力いただきまして、現時点で107の卓球グッズが皆様に当たります。じゃんけん大会選手参加予定でございます。この後もまだまだジャパンで